guys.
So, Sabaton, for those of you living under a rock, or perhaps trying to get a turtle out of his shell at the Galapagos, Sabaton put out a brand new video, a lyric video called The Red Baron on Friday, part of the new album. So this is the second single that they've, besides Fields of Verdun, this is the second single that they've put out from the new upcoming album. And I could not be more, I know it doesn't show, but I'm really excited to check out this video.
It's been hell. It's been hell because
the song comes out and you pre-order the album, so therefore the song hits your iTunes.
And the thing is, I can't even listen to it because
I told you not to listen to it until we did the video. Because I said I didn't listen to it, so I'm like, I know it's already, because we got an alert on the phone the moment it hit the iTunes account, and I'm like, do not listen to the Red Baron, because I knew there was a video coming out, like a lyric video or something. So it's like, don't listen to it because I want to check out the video, and it's not the same if you hear it before. It takes away. It's like knowing what you're getting for Christmas, and then you still try to be excited about opening the gifts.
You're trying to act.
Yeah, at that point you're acting, and you're a horrible actor.
I am.
You are. You're good at impersonations, but you're a horrible, horrible actor. Maybe you should think about doing like just voices.
Yeah,
maybe.
For cartoon characters.
Yeah, maybe that's a career for you. You know what I mean? For a guy with your looks, perhaps that's the right career. All right. On that note, the Red Baron official lyric video. By the way, if there's one band that I don't mind lyric videos, is Sabaton.
Yeah.
Having said that, I still take an official video over a lyric video any day of the week. Actually, I would even take one of the videos that those people do, like Ghost Dog and those guys that make all the cool Sabaton videos. Those guys make some
the pictures in the
background. Yeah, man. I honestly think the band should hire one of those guys to do all of their lyric videos, because those guys really do a good job. But anyways, the Red Baron official lyric video, Sabaton! You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
High above the blood and mud of the battlefields, there was another war going on. A war for superiority in the air between the daredevils of the sky, known as the Aces. Among them, one man and his plane stand out. The Red Baron.
Man in the machine and nothing there in between. The flying circus and the man from Prussia. The sky in a plane, this man commands his domain. The western frontier all the way to Russia. Death from above, you're under fire. Stay red as blood, it's roaming higher. Born a soldier from the horseback to the skies. That's where the legend will arise. And he's flying higher, the king of the sky. He's flying too fast and he's flying too high. Higher, an eye for an eye. The legend will never die. First to the scene, he's a lethal machine. He's not the able and the tide is turning. Fire the whale, it's the thrill of the kill. Flying the nation down with engines burning. Embrace the flame, red squadron leader. Kamelot his name, Arctica Flieger. In the game to win, the gambler rolls the dice. 80 allies paid the price. And he's flying higher, the king of the sky. He's flying too fast and he's flying too high. Higher, an eye for an eye. The legend will never die. Higher, an eye for an eye. The legend will never die. Higher.
this song had a sausage fest vibe to it. I gotta go back and read what that said because that went far too quickly. The song had like such a sausage fest vibe to it. At first, okay, let me say this. At first, I thought there was a background melody, and I was trying to figure out what it was. I thought it was an accordion, but it's not. It's a synthesizer in the background. Very faint. And then it comes into the forefront, and then there's even a solo, like a synthesizer solo before the guitar solo kicks in.
Yeah.
That melody had like a sausage fest kind of, like had a German, what I mean by sausage fest, like, I didn't mean sausage fest. Beer, I mean beer fest, you know, like when they have the beer
fest. You've been saying sausage fest,
and you're like wondering what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You think it's a bunch of guys with their dicks sticking out. It was not, that's not what I meant. I meant beer fest. It had a German party vibe to it. Oktoberfest. Thank you. Why
Beer fest, sausage.
Why did I go to sausage fest?
You went.
I went.
Why are you asking? You know why you went to sausage fest?
Why? Because I have a bag of dicks in the car.
Yeah.
All right. So wow, you're really implying that my mind always goes towards a phallic symbol. Wow, that says a lot about me, and none of it is good, I must say.
I could categorize
Quite
a lot of our
disturbing,
videos.
actually.
I
Quite
categorize
disturbing.
a lot of our videos where you do say like.
Okay, but I meant Oktoberfest. The song had an Oktoberfest vibe to it.
There you go.
It had like a German vibe to it. At the beginning, I thought it was an accordion, but then I realized it's not an accordion, it's a synthesizer, and then the synthesizer comes into the forefront and gives us a little bit of a solo. During the synthesizer solo, followed by the guitar solo, did you get the vibe that the melody of the synthesizer solo and the melody of the guitar solo, it kind of was reminiscent of airplanes fighting in the sky? Like, you know, like the noise that they would make, like, you know, like dipping, like,
Yeah.
think of Top Gun, right? Like when there's like, they call it dog fighting, like when the planes are fighting in the sky, when they do those nice tips and turns, there's the sound of the motor kind of dissipating and going in away.
Yeah.
I kind of felt that the melody of the solo and of the both solos kind of, it was kind of reminiscent of like airplanes in the sky, like dogfighting. I kind of had that vibe, but all the way up until that point, that background keyboard melody that's on we're listening to it on headphones, and I was really like trying to filter it with my ears. I was trying to filter it out because for most of the song, that melody is very hidden in the track. It's almost hidden behind the guitars.
Kind of the background.
Really in the background. It's hidden behind the guitars, right? Close to that solo, and then it comes more to the forefront. That's when I realized it was not an accordion, it was a keyboard. That melody is totally Oktoberfest. It has an Oktoberfest vibe to it.
It has kind of dancing around the table.
Exactly. Eating sausages, drinking beer. See, that's where the sausages came from, because people eat sausages at Oktoberfest. You know, they drink beer and eat sausages. Anyways, I felt that the song had those components, had that German Oktoberfest vibe to it from the melody, but then when it comes to the solo, to the keyboard solo and the guitar solo, it totally had a vibe like of airplanes fighting in the air, almost like the noise that they would make.
This song was like a party song.
It had a little bit of a party vibe to it.
But party and being like an Oktoberfest, like a big one of those big festivals.
This is man, dude. If this song came on during Oktoberfest,
everyone would be
drinking. You know what I mean? Like
around.
dancing around, whatever. It has that kind of a vibe because it has a little bit of a folk melody to it.
Yeah.
That
especially in the chorus, it's very catchy.
Because in the chorus, that keyboard melody that throughout the verses is hidden behind the guitar. You can only hear it every so slightly. It kind of comes more forward in the chorus, and the chorus becomes more predominant, especially then when it goes into the solo. It becomes more predominant. And it kind of gives an underline. This is a power metal, but it's a folk power metal.
Yeah.
I mean, this is folk power metal because it's a power metal song, but that sound is very folky. You know what I mean?
It's a power metal song with some folk elements kind of sprinkled in.
And the interesting part is that the folk elements are coming from a keyboard. They're not necessarily coming from folk instruments. It's not like there's a guy there with a flute or with an accordion like Korpiklaani.
Make it sound.
But they make it sound like it. You know what I mean? So by making it sound like it, it gives a little bit of a vibe of like a folk vibe to it. It gives that Oktoberfest vibe to it. I, at least for me, in my opinion, I got that vibe from the whole song. But overall, what did you think of the song?
It's a good song.
Now, okay, so go ahead.
I mean, there's not much to say about it. It's Sabaton.
Okay, but how it compares compared to Fields of Verdun are this and Fields of Verdun are the only two tracks that have come out of the album so far.
They're very different.
Wow, they're like night and day. I mean, one has nothing to do with the other. This one kind of surprised me because I felt that they went in a little bit of a different direction with this
but
one.
right off the bat, just fast, and they didn't slow down, and it had like the folky.
I love the chorus.
The chorus was so catchy.
I was reading the lyrics and singing along. The chorus is so catchy. Now,
The last song was more of, traditional Sabaton, they're back. But this one was more,
I agree. The
folk.
other one almost felt more like it had a serious note to it, had a more impact. It almost felt more like a Sabaton. It almost the other song.
The one's about the battle, so it was
Okay,
more,
but the other song, didn't you feel like it almost had a vibe like to Hell and Back?
Yeah.
Or like Cliffs of Gallipoli. It had almost like it kind of pulled at your heartstrings a little bit. It had more. For lack of a better word, it had more of a serious vibe to it.
Yeah.
And this one had more of a little bit of a party atmosphere.
This one's not about a battle. It's about
a guy.
It's about a guy who had his plane and flew around and was the best fighter pilot in the German army.
Yeah. So it has a different approach. And I think that's why they included that melody. To really play on the whole German thing, included that melody. It gives a folky vibe to it, but it also gives this Oktoberfest vibe to it. Nothing was by accident. I honestly think that melody was inserted there. The song would have worked without it, but I think with it makes it more German.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
Yeah.
It makes it more German. Now, one thing I'm going to say to you, I'm going to ask you this. Sabaton has put out 3 new songs this year, all right? Bismarck, Fields of Verdun, and On the Red Baron. I know Bismarck is not on the record, but of those 3, which one has impressed you the most? I'm putting you on the spot.
We just did this one.
Okay, I know this one hasn't simmered. You haven't listened to. You perhaps have listened to Bismarck and Fields of Verdun way more.
See,
you only listened to this once.
The thing is, Fields of Verdun is traditional Sabaton song. It's the way that them saying "We're back, baby." Here's our new record, starting them off. The Bismarck song, that beautiful, that is amazing. That has surprised me probably the most. But if we listened to this one a little bit back, I would have said this one because I wouldn't expect Sabaton to kind of go away from being the more serious kind of history based
and add a little bit of folkiness to their sound.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this.
It's tied between these two because Fields of Verdun was more kind of traditional Sabaton. Wherein
this one, it feels like they went a little bit more
different,
almost like a concept song, not a concept album, but a concept song.
And Bismarck is just.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I got to say which one of the 3 is my favorite between the 3, I know Bismarck is not on the record, but those are the 3 new songs they put out this year. I'm going to say Bismarck by far is my favorite of the 3.
I'm guessing because of that riff.
That riff is killer, dude. Like, that riff is killer. The moment I heard that song, that riff absolutely knocked me on my feet. You know what I mean? So I have to me personally, I'm not saying I don't like Fields of Verdun, and I'm not saying I don't like this one. I like them both. They're very different. Yeah. Fields of Verdun is almost a little bit closer to Bismarck. This one is very far away from those 2. But if I have to pick, if you're going to tell me, Pedro, you're going to be stuck on a desert island, and you can only hear one Sabaton song, and that Sabaton song has to be released this year from the 3 new ones, which one would that be?
Wow, that's really narrowing it down.
Yeah, because if they said to me which Sabaton song of all time would you be stuck with, I think I have to go with Night Witches. That's my absolute favorite Sabaton song. So I think I have to go with that one. But having said that, Bismarck is a very close song to that. I honestly, to me, it's one of the best Sabaton songs ever released. Bismarck. It's just so good. That guitar riff is absolutely incredible. Yeah. That whole song has a little bit of an Iron Maiden vibe to it. I really love that song. So, having said that, I've listened to that one a lot. I've listened to Fields of Verdun not as much, but this one is my first time listening to. Perhaps this one requires a few more because this one is very different.
It is.
It totally is. It's a very different song. It's good and it's different. I really like what they did with the folkiness of the track, though. It really gave a German vibe to the song. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah.
I think it was a really cool touch that for them to have that melody.
The guy was German, so
it makes sense. So they played on that and they added that folkiness, that vibe that really makes the song feel like a German song.
Yeah.
All right. So this is it for Sabaton. Hopefully, before the album comes out, they put out another 2 tracks, maybe 1 or 2. I'm hoping they put out.
Maybe the Attack of the Dead Men.
I don't know. We'll see. We have to wait and see. But one thing I want to remind everybody, on the Friday the album comes out, we're going to be doing a live stream. I'm going to be doing I'll do a review before the album comes out. But then on the day that the release happens, we're going to live stream an album review, the two of us. We're going to sit down. We're going to listen to every single track and then go track by track.
It's going to be like a very long video.
Yeah, it's going to be like a live, but it's live stream, so people can talk to us and we can talk to them. But, you know, it's going to be probably a couple of hours because the album itself is going to be an hour, so it's going to be at least a couple of hours. But I'm looking forward to that because we've never done that before. All right, guys, this is it for today, but come back tomorrow because tomorrow is Monday. Monday is a double header. We're going to have 2 videos for you. All right, so come back tomorrow. See you guys.
See ya.